The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready, yellow lady. Yeah, come on. Oh, here we go. Oh.
On first down, Breeze. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Breeze. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Ready.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Check girls, check girls. 11. Check 37. Over. Slam.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
third down. Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 85 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 95-56, 95-56. Come on, come on. Hey, kill.
On 2nd down, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
0-2. 58 to Mike. Not today.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Ginn's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Breeze now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready. 95-56.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Trubisky, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thomas, the intended target. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
What a decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Toss play, Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. They'll They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Cohen. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Trubisky from his end zone on 3rd and long. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A.J. Klein picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice game.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Demario Davis getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Sherrills to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Kill. 11. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Breeze now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Breeze going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business. And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Breeze now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. 53.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
21. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Now Breeze. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are back within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Demario Davis. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Sherrill's on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Running with Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run. This is Kamara. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with 5 seconds left. And the Saints have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready? Set. Hey, pick your game up.
One last shot for Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like